Unabridged. Written by Melinda De Ross. Narrated by Leckie and John Adams. Chapter 1. Have you ever had one of those days when you thought you'd finally arrived? That was the way I felt that morning as I walked to work in downtown Seattle. Everything started with a popular book about BDSM and an idea I had for a tongue-in-cheek article about it and the genre in general. I don't have any strong opinions either way about said book or its particular theme, but the subject matter was too juicy not to milk. While it occurred to me that the book's supporters, more numerous than those who espoused the Bible, might be upset, I'd hoped Howie, my much despised and highly annoying editor-in-chief, would agree to let me run with it. In the event he wouldn't, my plan B was a speech prepared on why this satire feature should appear in Unabridged, the literary magazine I worked for. Howie Stewart was a small, paunchy man with bad breath and rounded, dandruff-covered shoulders that reminded me of donuts sprinkled with sugar. Ours was a mutual love-hate relationship. The only reason he'd hired me had been because of my writing abilities and useful connections, not only in the city but beyond. In his mind, I was an overachieving feminist hunting for his job. He was right up to a point, but I didn't want his job. At the moment, being editor-in-chief wasn't my life's ambition. I was content with my position because it gave me the freedom to write about what I liked for the most part, and freelance an article or two whenever I found something interesting to pursue. As soon as I reached the office building where the magazine was headquartered, I headed straight to the elevators, miraculously finding one that was almost empty. The occupant, a middle-aged man I didn't recognize, with a body heading in the same direction as Howie's, smiled at me. "Floor?" He gave me the once-over, his grin telling me he liked what he saw, as if that should somehow make my day. "7, please." I turned away to avoid eye contact with the Lothario, the last thing I needed this morning. I'd never thought of myself as a bombshell, but I was often ogled by men. Most of the time I didn't appreciate it, unless the ogler looked like Gerard Butler. Not that it had ever happened. Annoyed, I turned to the mirrored wall to check if I had suddenly turned into a juicy piece of meat, which might have justified this guy's stare. No.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?